Hello everyone, I'm DeVille BEU from Project 360 Official. Detroit once proudly boasted some of the most expensive homes in the United States. So, what happened? Today, we're going to explore Millionaires Row in Detroit's Brush Park neighborhood, a captivating story of the rise, fall, and hopeful rebirth of magnificent architectural marvels. We're getting incredibly close to 100 subscribers on Project 360 Official, so please like, share, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to help us reach this important milestone. Your support is a huge motivation for us to keep bringing you more fascinating stories. Brush Park, a neighborhood once the pride of Detroit and dubbed the Little Paris of the Midwest, witnessed a tragic transformation from a hub of luxurious residences to a desolate area rife with crime. To truly understand the fate of these historic architectural works, we need to delve into the economic, social, and technological changes that shaped their destiny. In the mid-1800s, Detroit experienced an unprecedented economic boom, laying the groundwork for the later explosion of the automotive industry. This prosperity attracted a large number of the elite to the city, leading to an urgent demand for large and opulent homes to signify their status. It was in this context that Edmund Brush, the son of Detroit's second mayor, saw a golden opportunity. He meticulously planned Brush Park as an exclusive, high-end residential area. The neighborhood featured spacious lots, wide avenues lined with lush elm trees, and a strict regulation that only large, ornately decorated mansions would be permitted. This was a bold and ambitious vision for an exemplary residential community. Edmund Brush's idea was an instant and resounding success. Detroit's wealthiest residents wasted no time in buying up and developing the lots. Leading architects and craftsmen, considered the finest in the world at the time, flocked here to create architectural masterpieces. By the 1880s, Brush Park had truly become a living museum of contemporary architecture. With over 300 unique mansions, each one a distinct work of art, impossible to find anywhere else. Even the religious structures reflected this grandeur. Bethel Temple, built from solid stone blocks, rose majestically with an architecture demanding a sense of permanence. Nearby, the First Presbyterian Church towered overhead with its grand Romanesque proportions, dwarfing the human scale. Despite differing faiths, every child in the neighborhood grew up attending the same school, the prestigious Irving Elementary School, which fostered a tightly knit community centered around these splendid streets. Life in Brush Park during its golden age was a vibrant tableau of prosperity, beauty, and a strong sense of community. Russell McLaughlin, a resident who grew up there during the neighborhood's peak, wrote about its golden years. On a summer's evening, there was no front porch unoccupied. The front porch brought all these neighbors into a single, close-knit community, as if one pleasant sitting room had stretched quite unobstructed for a quarter mile. The sounds of life were also an integral part of those memories. The melodious calls of street vendors, like Deep Heaters with his pony-drawn popcorn wagon, became a cherished part of the children's upbringing. All of this painted a picture of an ideal neighborhood, a place where everyone dreamed of living, filled with dream homes. But very few could ever turn that dream into a reality. However, like all stories, the splendor of Brush Park and its magnificent homes also had a fateful turning point. The advent of the automobile in the early 20th century completely changed how people lived and commuted. The car broke down geographical barriers, allowing the wealthy to move further into the suburbs, where they could purchase even larger lots and build more modern homes, equipped with new amenities like electricity, something many of the older, pre-electrification mansions in Brush Park lacked. As the wealthy residents began to leave one by one, the once grand mansions gradually became outdated and difficult to maintain. The exorbitant maintenance costs, coupled with the absence of modern conveniences, made them hard to sell to new buyers. Over time, these homes ceased to be ideal residences for the elite, and instead became lodging for lower-income individuals seeking affordable housing in the rapidly industrializing city. By 1920, a significant shift had occurred. Every single house on Alfred Street had been converted into a boarding house. This reflected a larger trend in Detroit: the massive influx of factory workers from across the country seeking employment in the booming automotive industry. Brush Park, though no longer an upscale residential area, still played a crucial role in providing cheap accommodation for this immense workforce who had poured into Detroit to build the American dream. However, this change also brought painful consequences. As housing conditions deteriorated and maintenance lagged, Brush Park gradually became a dilapidated area. By the 1950s, most of the homes had begun to fall apart, with many having boarded-up windows and leaky roofs. One by one, houses were torn down for safety reasons and paved over to create parking lots for nearby factories. Even major infrastructure projects, like the construction of the Fisher Freeway and the Woodward widening, obliterated many remaining historic architectural structures. The once great Christian churches had burned down, and the grand Jewish temples had been defaced, losing their solemn dignity. The only homes left were mere hollow husks, rotting away, sliding and collapsing under the weight of time and neglect. Brush Park was now a desolate wasteland, ridden with criminal activity, the kind of place no reasonable person would ever voluntarily travel to. The decline of Brush Park also mirrored the broader economic and social decay of Detroit in the late 20th century. As the automotive industry struggled and the city's population sharply declined, this neighborhood became a poignant symbol of the complex urban problems Detroit faced for decades. Fortunately, the story of Brush Park doesn't end in despair. In 2005, the city of Detroit began vigorous redevelopment and restoration efforts. Projects to stabilize the remaining abandoned houses and a significant $70 million investment ushered in a new era of hope for the neighborhood. Notably, restoration efforts, particularly through TV shows like Nicole Curtis's Rehab Addict, featuring the renovation of the historic Ransom Gillis house, inspired many others to purchase and restore abandoned homes in Brush Park. This serves as a testament to the fact that the historical and architectural value of these homes can still be salvaged. Currently, Brush Park is witnessing a strong resurgence. With the restoration of old mansions, construction of new housing, and development of modern amenities, the area is gradually regaining its inherent beauty and vitality. However, this journey still presents many challenges and requires persistence. Hopefully, this is the true beginning of a sustainable revival for the neighborhood as a new community strives to preserve what is left for future generations. I'd also like to take a moment to say a special thank you to all of you who have supported and continue to support us on Project 360 Official. These videos are made possible by viewers like you, who are always with us. Your companionship is our most valuable asset. And we're always striving to create even more quality content to reciprocate your trust and support. I'll see you next time on Project 360 Official. I'm Davil BEU, goodbye, and see you again.